We start the morning at Stretch Lagoon with a beautiful sunrise over the water. We do some final preparation before leaving, and here you can see Chris checking the sensors to monitor what the suspension is doing. My name is Mike, and as is always customary on tag-along trips, we are doing the morning briefing. In our group we have Chris and Jen, and John and Di, who joined us at Billaloona. Finally we have Suzanne, who arrived at Stretch Lagoon late last night to complete our group. This is episode 2 of TEKO Adventure, the Canning Stock Route. The roads are getting narrower and more corrugated, a little bit rougher, but we arrive at our first well, 51.
Coming into well 51, and it's on the low dune grass swale. Well 51 is the first of Canning's wells at the northern end of the CSR, as we know. And when completed, the well depth was 22 feet or 6.7 metres. Storage was 900 gallons. And supply was 1,750 gallons per hour of poor quality water. Where the rest of the crew went on strike, and Canning had to go. He went into Halls Creek, I think it was Canning, and get supplies. They'd run out of supplies, and all the workers were starving.
There are a large number of vehicle wrecks scattered all along the Canning, and Kobus liberated a bolt to replace one he had lost from his vehicle's disc brake caliper.
Thank you guys, found what we're looking for, on the move again.
After lunch in Singwell 50, we drove along a little further and stopped at that point to walk up Gulvide Creek to locate some petroglyphs in the creek. These petroglyphs are almost impossible to date, but are possibly thousands of years old.
And again, as we approach well 49, I'll just read a little bit about it. In Eric Gard refers to well 49 as having the most refreshing, sweet-tasting water out of all the wells that remain functional at the Canning Stockriver. Today, as in Canning's time, the water is favoured for its crystal clear appearance, and the well has stood the test of time.
Okay, but you're today's our sort of first big day. I don't know, have you had time to have a look at the telemetry yet?
I've had a look at some of it, on both on the car and also from the axle.
Yeah.
And you'll see that just showing Kobus earlier, that the speed that the axles are actually moving up and down significantly greater, orders of magnitude greater than what it was of the data we had coming down a bitumen road or even a gravel road.
Right, yeah.
So we really see those corrugations, particularly some of those this afternoon. But I'll have a look at that and then we'll have a look at
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to sort of compare the difference between a single axle trailer and a tandem, to see what sort of, not only I suppose the speed, because that might be pretty similar, but the amplitude of the movements, etc.
The negative, of course, is the weight.
The weight, yeah.
Because if you add that extra axle, there's 150 to 160 kilos in just the axle, and then the two tires are 48 kilos each, those 35. So
yeah,
so you're adding 250 kilos for the second axle.
Yeah, I suppose for a lighter trailer, that would be quite substantial, but for
what we're doing.
I imagine the rolling resistance is going to be significantly, as a proportion, less with.
As you rightly said, that flotation, that we'll see that on the sand tomorrow, because it just does not sink into the sand.
Yes. Well, tomorrow, of course, we will be hitting the sand dunes, so that's going to be a really interesting time. Pardon?
The first of
the more major sand dunes, and we'll be looking forward to sailing over the top of it.